I think we don't get a chance to display the reasons why we love the league and the sport as much. So we created a segment, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Things That Make Us Say, That's Why We Love It, the NFL edition. I will start. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, if you watched the Vikings and the Chicago Bears, you would see the Vikings come off to a massive lead. They'd actually be up 27-16 with 30 seconds left in the entire game. Then the number one overall pick, Caleb Williams, would throw a touchdown to Keenan Allen. Then he would recover an onside kick. Then he'd throw a strike over the middle. Then Cairo Santos would hit a game tire. Then, in overtime, Sam Darnold would go bananas, and the Minnesota Vikings would inevitably end up winning the game, continuing their magical season. But they had to battle through some adversity. Listen to what Coach Kevin O'Connell had to say to the team afterwards, and think to yourself, that's why we love NFL football. Where's the nearest wall, please?
All right, I want to finish with this. All right,
Voice
road
crack
wins
early.
in the NFC North are hard. They're hard. All right, momentum can swing any which way, and you can flinch anytime you want. And it would be like, okay, maybe that's all right. But that. All right, we are on a grind and a mission the rest of this season. Every minute, every hour we work, we know we're chasing something special. And I cannot wait to do it every day with you guys. This is the most special group I've ever been around. Player for player, coach, every human being in here. I love this group, but we got to know something. Too much is given, much is required. We got to grind this thing out. You guys be ready to play 3 straight at US Bank Stadium. And go bring the noise. Every single week, we rock and roll. Sam Darnold, you got it.
Okay. Ready to run through a wall. It's those moments that are magical. They just get a massive win. AFC North or NFC North win. The entire NFC North is good. And his message is, hey, we got everything still in front of us. And that's why I love the NFL. Con man?
I'm a big shit talker. I love seeing the shit talk. I love division matchups. I love watching quarterbacks especially kind of get into it with some of these D linemen. And in Denver from Denver in Las Vegas, Tyree Wilson and Bo Nix had some sort of exchange. I don't know what Tyree Wilson said. I know it was something very mean because Bo Nix said, hey, you don't say that, with his eyes wide open. I do believe he actually said, I don't fear anything. I'm not afraid of anything. Even the ref had to come in here and say, whoa, Tyree, relax. You can't say that. I'm not sure what it was, but I love the fire. I love the fact that Bo Nix seemingly already is an absolute nuclear weapon on the football field, and the fact that his eyes are wide open like that, and he loves the shit talk with Tyree Wilson, makes me say, that's why I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, I saw something yesterday that wasn't just my favorite thing from Sunday. It might be my favorite thing from ever watching football in the NFL.
What's that?
Okay, let's go down to Houston. We got the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. Will Levis does something that he's been, adept at doing this year. He throws a pick six to Jimmy Ward, but look at him. He puts his head down and says, fuck that. I'm going to run as fast as I can and as hard as I can to the end zone. Did it matter? Did he tackle him? No, absolutely not. But guess what? You put your heart and soul and blood, sweat, and tears out on the field like that, the universe is going to find you, and good things are going to happen. And the Titans come back, and they win that football game.
Wow.
And seeing that just made me think, and that's why I love it.
I love the fact that, 40-yard dash, you see the guy head down, first 10 yards. He knew that big dome of his, that massive brain, would definitely get in the way of the aerodynamics if he wanted to catch the guy. Now, does he know if he's going on the right line or not because he doesn't have his head up? No. Does he know that he's got 2 lead blockers that he's got no chance to beat? No. All he knows is he's got to be the fastest that he's ever been. So he puts his head down and starts trying out. Knee drive, arm swing. Knee drive, arm swing. Didn't count, but the football gods noticed.
That's right.
And they get a massive win. Congrats to Will Levis.
Yeah, Will.
Hey, and that's why we love it. Tone, your thoughts?
Pat, as an Italian-American who, I'm always wearing the Italian horn. I'm always wearing the Maloik, okay? I love a good shine on the what?
I was just making sure it popped out because it does look like there's a little bit of a bunch there. I didn't know.
I mean, there's a couple on there, so it doesn't matter. So anytime that a light has shined on our proud Italian heritage, like Baker Mayfield did yesterday, with the celebration after his rushing touchdown where he took a good shot, but he got in and he was so pumped. Now, was it Did he actually? Was it a ode to Tommy Cutlets? I don't know, because I kind of agree with Anzalone. He was a little too aggressive with it. It's kind of like when you guys do it and you're boppity.
What do you mean, you guys?
We do. I took a 23 and me, unlike him. And
True.
Granted, it kind of scares me at this point in life, but it is 0.01% of the entire thing. I have a horn as well. I don't get to wear it because it's not the same size of the chain that I wear. But listen, I'm all about the mozzarella.
So you're doing it right now. You're doing it just like Baker does. No actual diet does that.
No, yeah, I'm 0.01%.
Hey,
what are you talking about?
No one does it like we're here. Okay, we're I mean, it's down here. We're never like. I mean, maybe I guess.
Well, we're excited. I thought we were an excited group.
I don't care. It shined a light on us Italian Americans, and that's why I love it.
I love everything about that. D-Butch, how about you? Anything that made you say that's why I really love it?
You know, you had a big dog in your suite. You know, had to holler at you, Robert Goodell.
Yeah,
Roger Goodell, not Robert. I'm sorry.
His brother Robert was there.
Yeah, his brother Robert was there. Whole family was there. Look. Dynamic kickoff. That was a big talk. We talked about it all year coming in. Hey, we want more kickoffs. We want more big plays. We talked about the guys lining up and where the kicker would be, how it would be if you get a fast motherfucker back there returning it and hit that gate. So we had Turbin, 99 yards. Now, that kicker, he had a rough day.
Yeah,
Line drive, he muffed it. And, I mean, he hit this thing, get up there and hit this B button like you on Matt. Hit that gate, out of the gate. R3, keep your edge, keep your leverage, and absolutely out of the gate. This is what you want. For a Cowboys team, I know a lot of Cowboys fans out there, they've kind of kicked this season away. They've kind of thrown it away. I love to see the players still out there giving all they got in Turbin. I mean, it's just a phenomenal play. Once again, you don't see this on many college fields, let alone an NFL field. Guy hitting a spin like that, making everybody look absolutely silly. So, dynamic kickoff. That's why I love it.
Yeah, I love that. And I did talk to Commissioner Goodell about it, and he said they're going to continue the conversation this offseason or whatever. And I mentioned to him, I was like, you know, there was a thought that the 30 wouldn't be a big enough punishment. He said, we're taking it all into consideration, which was very cool. I also told him, like, hey, the weather is about to potentially affect this. You know, we saw it on Thursday night. Weren't able to make it in there. There's going to be some weather that's going to come. I think there's something happening. No, I'm not getting into it. I think our weather is going to be... I think weather's going to be
quite a nightmare.
Yeah, I think there is. I don't know.
I love weather, so I can't wait to hear
weekend?
Weather. No, just in general. I think there's going to be a little bit of a too many memes.
You know?
What's real? What's not real? You know, if Elon posted, is it? I think.
Who knows?
I don't know. You know, there's a whole conversation. Anyways, the weather could become a factor for these kickoffs. We might see more of it.
Okay.
And anytime you muff a ball like that, the coverage team is natural, even though they're starting only 30 yards away, naturally like kind of holds up a little bit because they think the play's almost over or something like that. Instead, he sets it up like it's a punt return, and then boom, that type of explosion is what we want to see. That's why the kickoff return was wanted back so bad. So I hope we continue to work.
One guy there lane is over. He hit that crease. It's a wrap.
Okay, let's stay in things that make us say that's why we love it when it comes to the NFL, and we'll stay in special teams. Spencer Schrader hitting that game winner for the Kansas City Chiefs. The fact that he, signed with the Chiefs this past week. This guy, he was on a practice squad, could have stayed with the New York Jets. Instead, he joins the Chiefs and becomes a great kicker. Like, we've seen a lot of people miss. I'm assuming Spencer Schrader's always had it in him to be great. That is why he's on a team. As soon as he puts the Chiefs helmet on, it's like, yep, that's a no-doubter right there. That is a pure ball right through the middle in a battle. Had to make a couple. It's like, I'm happy for Spencer Schrader signing on like a Tuesday, hitting a game winner on a Sunday, and now a team has a chance to make history forever. That type of roster rotation, that type of opportunity showing up out of nowhere when history's on the line, that's why we love it. Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, shit talking after the play is cool, and Bo Nix showed that very well. But what about during the play? Jahmyr Gibbs, during his second touchdown, walking in here, turns around to Womack as he's about to cross the goal line, hold my dick. Now, he didn't do the hold my dick celebration in entirety, but it did seem as though he almost gestured saying, you really think you're going to catch me? No, you're not. He did get a 15-yarder for it. Doesn't matter. Bates knocked it through. That's probably why he did that. Yeah, suck it. Sorry. Not catching me. Okay. That's my second. Bates still knocked it in after that 15-yarder, and Gibbs is an absolute nuclear weapon. The MCDC postgame was incredible, and more so the reason I love it is because after, teams play the Lions, they get, killed. They usually lose. And unfortunately for the Colts, after this Lions game, they got to travel up to New England to play the Patriots. So them losing, Gibbs talking shit, and of course, course, the Patriots inevitably beating the Colts after losing
Whoa.
to the Lions is why I love it.
Okay, the Indianapolis Colts, different team. Now they had to take the wagon on. They're the Lions. The Lions been doing that to a lot of teams. That's how it goes. But against the Patriots, it's a good one.
Yeah, big
It's a
one.
good one for the Colts.
Yeah.
This is a good one for the still have everything in front of them.
Yeah, they're going to need this
The
one.
Indianapolis Colts still have everything in front of them.
Don't want to lose this one.
Lose this one, we don't have everything in front of us.
Yeah.
But
It's over.
and by us, I mean the Colts. Ty, what's another reason why you love it?
There's few things I love more than seeing a physical specimen from the University of Iowa just wrecking shop on an NFL football field, especially when he plays for the Green Bay Packers. Lucas Van Ness, first-round pick from a couple years ago, just launches Christian McCaffrey like a fucking rag doll. Get out of here. I know you're jacked. And then, boom, gets his helmet in there and forces a fumble on Brandon Allen, who's
Jeez.
stumbling and slipping all over the pocket. The Packers traded Preston Smith, and everyone was saying, hey, these guys are, they're giving up. Why are they sellers at the deadline? It's because we got that fucking physical specimen, that big white son of a bitch waiting in the wings. He finally made an impact. This was kind of the punctuation mark that ended this game, and he's the type of player who can propel the Packers to have the season that they want. And he's also the type of player, every time I watch him, I just say, God damn, that's why I love it.
Go ahead, John.
I started this thing with Baker, and I'm going to end this thing with Baker on my side.
Jeez.
Yeah. Up 30-7 in the fourth quarter. Hands it off to Bucky Irving. So, he's just hanging out. And then, Bucky breaks it. And then, look who's back. Baker Mayfield, 45 yards down the field, throwing blocks so that Bucky Irving can get another 20 yards. That's Baker Mayfield football. And that's, since he's been to Bucks, been one of my favorite players of all time in the NFL. And that's why
we love it. I love everything about that. I did not see that play.
Yeah,
That's late in that game.
Yep.
I did not-
23.
Wow, still in there. It's a little Ohio State.
That's right. No
That's a
big
little
deal.
Ohio State there for the Giants. I love that out of Baker Mayfield.
Absolutely.
Hey, Paisano, Baker Mayfield. Paisano. D-Butts, what's the last thing that makes this group say that we love it?
Man, speaking of teams with everything in front of them, Miami Dolphins. It's hard to look around the league and find a player, a quarterback specifically, that means more to their team. Tua, we're just beating the absolute shit out of the Patriots. So you know what? How about we just stop playing football for a play? We play a little basketball, a little no-look pass. You know what type of nuts you got to have to do some shit like this in the middle of the NFL game to Jalen Wright around the corner for the first down. That ball handling right there, Paul's unbelievable. And anytime you watch this Dolphins team and one's taking a snap, you're reminded. That's why I love it.
Yeah, you're damn right. The Dolphins' offense with Tua at the helm is electrifying, and the not even looking free fall of the ball in the middle of an NFL game that's a lot of trust. Obviously,
Oh, yeah.
I think he gets a glimpse at him here, but just assuming he's going to catch that, assuming he's going to be there, all bought in. That's Miami Dolphins football whenever Tua's playing. And that's football as a whole.
Hell yeah.
And that's why we love it, baby.
Hell yeah.
Joining us again from Ohio, ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hawk. AJ, you see anything that makes you say that's why you love it from that rundown there?
I tell you what, both of Baker's plays are amazing. I love him blocking down the field, though, and also having the awareness to turn back and block. What sometimes drives me crazy if a guy gets a pick and guys are running, they're all looking forward, and no one looks behind, and a guy gets caught from behind. So, yeah, great job. Obviously, effort by Baker. Bake just is having fun, isn't he? He's just having fun out there.
Yeah, he says everything's spontaneous.
That's right.
The grazie, mozzarella, linguine, chicken bone, a meat lasagna.
Very aggressive. Very aggressive.
Yeah, it is like he's giving a middle finger with without doing it, So Anzalone's tweet was certainly fair whenever he said, a little too aggressive for my liking, which I respect and appreciate. But, Baker Mayfield's going to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
We should have known that was coming as soon as we saw Baker Mayfield versus Tommy Cutlets.
That's right.
Yeah, you're talking about a guy. Remember, he walked the sideline before a game in Oklahoma.
Yeah, Kansas.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Walking
That was the
side-
best.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the best.
That's Baker Mayfield football.
Yeah.
He needs to take 23andMe and show that he is just a tiny bit
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
Mayfield Vecchio.
And then come out there. Yeah, maybe it is Mayfieldini, there's an opportunity.